What is up, geeks? So this is another Force Awakens product from the Disney store. This is the exclusive FX lightsaber. It's called Rey's lightsaber, but we know it's also called the Hero Lightsaber because it has been passed down from generation to generation, starting from Anakin to Obi-Wan to Luke Skywalker and now to Rey. We're not sure if she's a Kenobi or a Skywalker, but we're soon going to find out in about 18 months. But I'm really excited to review this for you guys. I actually had this for a week now, a couple weeks actually, and I just didn't want to spoil everyone. Now you've had a lot of time to watch this movie before I reviewed this product, and it's been out in the Disney store for a while now, since the opening of the movie. So without further ado, let's get a close look at this nice lightsaber. So let's start with the packaging here. As you can see, this is a Disney store exclusive. And the front has a look at the Kylo Ren saber, which I already reviewed. If you haven't checked that out, please check that out. And also Rey's lightsaber. So we have Kylo Ren on one side, and then on this side it says Rey's lightsaber, which is really cool just to see that it's hers. And we'll find out in episode 8 whether she's going to keep it or give it back to Luke and he's going to keep it. I'm not really sure. It would be really cool to see Rey keep the lightsaber. So you guys can pause it here and just read all the details. So what's cool about these Disney FX lightsabers is they actually have motion vibration, and I'll show you guys that feature in a little bit. And this takes 3 AA batteries. So now it's time to unbox this lightsaber. Alright guys, so we got Rey's lightsaber outside of the package, and before I light it up, I just want to tell you guys that at the end of this video, you will see a comparison to Luke's lightsaber, as well as Anakin's lightsaber, both Hero lightsabers, and as well as the Disney exclusive Kylo Ren lightsaber. So now, let's light it up. Now I'm going to light it up with the lights off. So what's really cool about this lightsaber, it's very similar to the Hasbro Ultimate Effects line in the fact that it has the scrolling up and scrolling down for igniting the saber and turning it off, as well as the multiple LEDs which allow for that scrolling effect, and also the realistic hilt, the 1:1 scale hilt. The blade size is shorter than your standard Force Effects lightsabers, but this also has distinct features that are different from the Ultimate Effects line in the fact that it has a rumble feature, and I'll get into all of that right now. So let's take a close look. Now we can see that all Disney Effects lightsabers have this colored blade, which helps a lot in broad daylight. It shows off on camera a lot brighter. It looks a lot better, I think, and I really like it because you're not always going to be using a lightsaber at night, you know, especially when you're cosplaying, or be in a dark room where the LEDs will shine brighter. So this helps a lot. Anyway, let's take a look at the hilt now. Now you can see that this is like the traditional Graflex, but when it comes down to it, it's actually Anakin's lightsaber. So I'm thinking that they reissued this to save money. That's a little bit unfortunate. It's a bit of a bummer that they just used Rey's name in place of this lightsaber. But, I mean, it's essentially the same lightsaber, so I can't complain too much. Now, you can see here with the front panel, that's Anakin's design. That's not the Empire Strikes Back design, which the saber from the movie is. And we can see that here. Now, I do like the rubber on this because when it comes down to it, the Ultimate Effects line, they used plastic, especially in the Darth Vader review that I did. They used plastic for the hilt. But this is actual rubber, more close to like the authentic design and also the Force Effects line. The thing is, when you look at the movie version of the saber, which is the Empire Strikes Back version of the saber, of Luke's lightsaber, there's screws down at the bottom. And I don't have that saber to compare that with, but if you guys look at Google Images or some other website, you can check the Empire Strikes Back or the Force Awakens Hero Lightsaber. It's going to have screws at the bottom here. So that's a bit of the differences there, but otherwise it seems like the same exact saber when you look at it from a distance, so it's not that bad. And this right here, the black paint, should be an open gap, but of course that gets into a little bit more intricate detailing that you can't afford for a $30 saber. So I can understand where they're coming from. They did make a lot of money just by reissuing this thing, so I can see that from a business standpoint, but it's a bit of a bummer. When you look at this from afar, it looks really great. What's cool about this, the shine of the lightsaber hilt looks metal even though it's just plastic. Overall, you can't complain too much. Like I said before, this is a $30 saber, so that's a great deal, honestly, because the Ultimate Effects lightsabers were going for about $40 to $50, and now that they don't make them, they go for a lot higher than that. You can see here on the side, you can unscrew this and put the 3 AA batteries. It does come with batteries, which is good. And there are 3 modes. In the middle here, you have the Try-Me mode, and I'll show you guys that. So when you go in stores, this is the setting that it's going to be at. And there's an off mode, and then I'll show you the traditional on mode. So that you can hear the swinging motions. I'll show you guys the clash. So it's not going to be as sensitive as the Force Effects lightsaber, but it still works as a good, fun thing for kids and even for adult collectors. And I'll show you guys the rumble feature. So what you have to do is you bend the saber as if you're clashing and pushing against another saber. So I was turning it just to show you guys that from every angle it'll work with the rumble feature. So I didn't even discover that until I was playing around with the Kylo Ren version. So you can see here that the Try Me, it just has a sticker here that I'm going to remove eventually. But overall, I really do like this saber. I'm a fan of the Hero Lightsaber. It's my favorite design. Now, the designs have changed over the years, and I'm actually going to do a comparison right now with the other designs. So on the left, we have Anakin's lightsaber, which is the same design that they used to make this lightsaber. Of course, like I told you before, this should be the Empire Strikes Back lightsaber. I don't have a version of that, but I am planning to own every version of the Graflex design in the future. So if you haven't checked out this review of the Anakin basic lightsaber, I do have it on my channel for you guys to check out. But you can see that almost everything is the same. The only difference here is the CoverTech wheel. They don't have that on Rey's lightsaber. And then in the middle is my prized possession, my favorite lightsaber. This is Luke's A New Hope lightsaber. And you can check out this also. I reviewed this. This is my first review on the channel. But let me just light it up. So this is a nice way to compare both lightsabers. This is a Force Effects lightsaber built by Hasbro. It has a metal hilt. It's basically a prop replica, and it has a bunch of LEDs in it, twice the amount that this, you can call it Ultimate Effects, but it's really a Disney FX exclusive. And yeah, those are the basic differences, especially the blade as well, with the size of the blade. This is a lot longer. Let me show you guys here. So yeah, it's a bit longer, and it's more in scale with an adult. This is more towards the kids. One thing I just want to add before I move forward with this review is that the pitchforks, or people like to call the bunny ears, for the lightsaber design changed over the years. You can see that it started with, well, this was technically the first saber that came out in the movies, but as far as canon, Anakin's lightsaber is pointing to the left, Luke's is pointing to the right, and the Empire Strikes Back one, which is supposed to be this one, is also pointing to the left as well. So this is the only saber that has the bunny ears on the right side, which is pretty weird, but This is the first one to come out, so I guess everything else kind of mirrored the original saber, but it was supposed to be modified over the years, so I guess it makes sense. So now let's compare Rey's lightsaber to the Kylo Ren Disney Effects lightsaber. Alright, so we have a side-by-side comparison. The hilt sizes are almost the same, but Kylo Ren's is supposed to be a lot bigger anyway, so that's not a big deal. The blade lengths are the same, so these sabers work in scale with each other. They are from the same line. They're both Disney Effects exclusives to the Disney Store. So they both have the rumble features. They both have the day saber design, which I like to call day sabers because they're colored blades and they work well for sunlight or daylight. And they're plastic, but at the same time highly detailed. They're both for $30. So I do recommend these two sabers. I think they're great deals. Basically a steal for you guys. So if you see these in the Disney Store, I would definitely pick it up. So I hope you guys liked my review for Rey's lightsaber. Rey is bae. She's my favorite Star Wars character now. And I will be doing a lightsaber demonstration at the end of this video, so please stay tuned. But until next time, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself. May the Force be with you always, my young Padawan.